Merry Christmas Eve here in the Christmas village. There's our gingerbread house. There's our gate. We're going to go ahead and travel through the Christmas vortex. And out here by the tree, we have Santa and the snowman. And they're not very lit up. I probably need to add some lights onto them. But I think we're going to have to turn the lights on. And who should we build? I think Mrs. Claus should probably go here beside Santa. So I want to build an elf and a Mrs. Claus. And these are kind of in the form of a nutcracker. Kind of like that statue style. And so I'm just going to build the ground out level here so that I can put Mrs. Claus by her hubby. So they can be side by side here. Mrs. Claus is going to be wearing a dress. And so I think I'm just going to have to sketch that out. And this will be good, so I can finally show you how I do whatever I'm calling sketching. This is kind of where you're building and guessing. Okay, so I think we're going to put her about here. Now their feet are made out of these blocks of coal, and his toe is 3 blocks across. So I'm going to make her feet the same size relative to his. And this is the pattern that I followed with the shoe. It's just 2 blocks high. I made the bottom part a little wider than the top, and I gave the toes a curved look. And I'll make this one 1 block apart, just like his feet are 1 block apart. And I added shoelaces to his, which was super cute. But I'm thinking that she would have on socks, right? Even with her dress shoes, she could have on those little white socks that you fold down with the lace around them. I wonder if I could come up with a block of lace. So you can see how I built his leg pattern, which is 3, 3, 1, and 1. And then I'm just going to build this foot out a little bit to make it look right compared to the leg. Okay, so we've got some wool socks, and now we need to find a block that looks like lace. And I'm thinking of this window block that has a bit of an arch in it. So I'm excited to see if I can make that look like lace, so that she's got her sock folded over with pretty lace. Oh, I think that looks so cute. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I love that. That is darling. Okay, so her dress is red. So I'm just going to start sketching out the bottom part of her dress. Now I can come back and add more to this bottom part, but this is going to be the skeleton of the dress. And so I want it to look round, so I'm making a rounded pattern all the way around. And I'm going to have it a little bit bigger in the back, just because the dress is going to come out a little more in the back. I kind of do want to make her a little curvier than Santa Claus. I gave him a tiny waist. We'll see what I can do with Mrs. Claus's waist. Okay, this is looking really good. I'm just going to build this out a little bit more to make a bit of a circle where it's curving around her body as much as possible with squares, with blocks. Okay, so I'm just looking at his waist and her waist, comparing. I want them to be at the same level. So I'm just going to go up 2 high, and that's going to make the bottom part of her dress 3 blocks high. And then on the second level, I'm going to need to come in 1. And I'm just tailoring this in. I'm just following the pattern that I already have. And of course, keeping it 1 row in. And since the bottom part is 3, I think I'm going to go 2, right? We could go 3, 2, smaller and smaller, and then we're getting smaller according to her waist. So we're going to tailor it into her waist and then come back out for the upper body area. And so you can see that I'm just building, and then I'll step back and see how it looks, and then kind of see what it needs and adjust it like that. Okay, so I can see here we go. Okay, I need to go up a little bit more so that their waist will be somewhat at the same level. And I'm going to come in 1 more, not fully, because that would make her waist too small. Build this out a little bit here so that this is the same as the other side. Okay, so I don't want her waist too tiny, but I do want it to come in at her waist. Okay, that looks good. Oh, that looks so cute. Okay, their waists are looking good. They're about at the same height. So his belt is made out of a different block. So whenever I do the belt, I think I'm going to make it out of the same block that his is made out of and just see how that works. So I just came up 1 on there, and now I'm going to find the block for the belt. And I think I'm going to try to see what it looks like if she has like a super tiny waist. And that doesn't look quite right. So we're going to go ahead and pull out the waist and give Mrs. Claus some cookies. That looks really good. Be sure to watch the next video for building the upper part of her body.